What's going on, everybody? Jay the Black here. I am back with another video. Make sure that y'all like this video, comment below, let me know what you think. Cause I know this topic is gonna have a lot of debating going on in the comment section. As long as we keep it respectful, I don't mind banter, I don't mind debate. As long as it's not disrespectful towards anybody in particular, okay? I want to talk about Evelyn Lozada. The last time I made a video about her was, I believe, a year ago. Probably was longer. She was engaged to a former MLB player by the name of Carl Crawford. He was engaged to her. They have a child together, and then he abruptly ended the engagement, and the relationship was ended soon afterwards because he was having second thoughts about being in a relationship with her, and I don't blame him. I mean, look at her track record. Okay. Well, Evelyn, the reason why I'm making this video is because Evelyn is back on Basketball Wives, and of course, she has a bit of a temper on the show. She goes at chicks on the show. I believe she's even fought on the show. But apparently her and one of her castmates had a disagreement. I think her name is Tammy Roman. Tammy Roman said that she may have lied on Chad Ochocinco, who she was in a relationship with back in 2012, when she accused him of headbutting her and, domestic violence in that situation. It was funny is that all of a sudden in that one instance of one headbutt, he was a domestic violence abuser. In that one instance, but the media destroyed Chad Ochocinco, or Chad Johnson. They destroyed his NFL career chances. He had to go on apology tours, basically. For almost a year, I had to sit on Twitter, because that's when I was heavy on Twitter back then, and just watch how he just had to grovel, and he ended up, and to pay penance for his, allegedly assaulting this woman, he ended up getting into a relationship with a female with like 4 kids. It's almost like he wanted to change his image and show that, he not only is, he not a, he doesn't hit the hoes, but he definitely wipes them up. Well, Evelyn decided to respond to Tammy Roman, basically saying that she lied on Chad by posting on Twitter, "How dare you bring up Chad and what happened as if she was there. She's disgusting." Now, mind you, she's back on the show. She needs a storyline, and they're going to use Chad as part of the storyline. They're going to continue to drag this dude's name through the mud. Now, she then goes on Instagram and posts the photos of her headbutt injury from TMZ back in 2012. This is how disgusting this woman is. You're literally going to drug up something from, about almost 6 years ago, just because of a storyline? And you're gonna drag this dude's name through the mud because you want to boost up your storyline for Basketball Wives. This is what she posted on Instagram with the photo. Okay, the victim blaming culture discourages domestic violence victims from coming forward. The fear of being judged and shamed is enough to make anyone stay quiet and suffer in silence. Oh, please. So coming out is a huge deal. Shaming directed at the survivor is wrong on so many levels. This woman took one headbutt. Before this incident with Chad Ochocinco, he had never hit her, raised his hand to her, probably raised his voice to her ever. And we're supposed to believe that Chad Ochocinco, just out of the blue decided that one day, that day he was going to headbutt her out of nowhere. If anybody believes that, you're a moron. This woman is known to be violent. She's known to want to fight people. So it wouldn't surprise me if she was smacking and hitting Chad, and Chad just, inadvertently maybe headbutted her. Okay? Anyway. The mindset of anyone who think that one being abused is something to incite the situation unsettles me. When someone builds up enough courage to speak their truth, they should be believed and supported. And for those that choose to victim blame, pause and think about the inner turmoil and emotional conflict you can potentially cause for the survivor. For me, as a domestic violence survivor, see, this is why I think that dudes was whooping her before Chad. I think dudes was smacking her up before she got with Chad. But that's just me. I chose to use my experience to personally to evolve and learn that there is light at the end of the darkest tunnel. I know that all domestic violence situations are different. In my case, it was love and support, our families, and willingness and concerted effort by both of us to heal. My ex and I coexist, harbor no ill will, and I have moved forward. No. If you've moved forward, Evelyn, you wouldn't have posted this photo. You could have posted any photo you want, but you're just a clout chasing thizzot that wanted to you use this is your trump card, okay? This is your, whenever I need attention, I'm gonna use this. And it doesn't make any sense. Chad, if I was you, I would never speak to her again. Because she whenever she needs to, she drags you through the mud to get some likes, to get some clicks, to help her storyline, because she's a broke bummy female that's not getting any paper. So what she's gonna do is that she's gonna use an incident that happened 6 years ago in order to boost up her storyline. This makes no sense, and anybody who defend this, okay, have the same mindset as her. This is the same woman who spent up the majority of Antoine Walker's money. If you go ask Antoine Walker what was his financial downfall, he's gonna tell you it was Evelyn Lozada. Okay, this is a woman who has an adult daughter and had another child. Her daughter's about in her 20s now. She now has a young a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, because she wanted to trap a baller. And it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Now, I know my words are harsh, but this just doesn't make sense to me. You say that y'all coexist, but I believe that she has said that if she needed somebody and she was in a tough spot, she would call Chad. Of course she would call Chad, because Chad wants to help you. Okay, if you're such a survivor of domestic violence, you wouldn't call him at all. You're calling him because you know Chad is a sucker, he's a simp, and he's gonna do whatever it takes to make it up to you, even though you're back on reality TV fighting other women. This doesn't help make you look any better, Evelyn. Now, I know you're gonna have females come to the comment section and defend this, her using one incident and drudging it back up to gain emotional sympathy. You see, people who do this are people who, they don't have a sympathetic bone in their body. So they think that by showing you photos and posting long messages like this is going to tug on your heartstrings. She says she's a domestic violence abuse survivor, but she only points to Chad. I don't think Chad is the only incident she has where somebody has put hands on her, another man. I think other men have done it, but she's probably afraid of those men. Okay. Maybe some of those men were married to other women. Maybe she was the other woman. That's why she won't say nothing about them, but she will bring up Chad, because Chad was Chad was the dumb one for trying to put a ring on this chick's finger, man. Trying to wife her up. This chick literally destroyed his career. I wouldn't do anything for her. Not after this. She's out here trying to chase clout. She's damn near in her 40s. Already is, and she's trying to chase clout. You have a young child, you know, who you tried to trap a baller with. It didn't work. Maybe he'll give you some maybe he's giving you child support, I don't know, but it just seems I just don't understand why these women can't move on. It's just like us as men talking about all the women we done slept with, all the women, you know what I'm saying? It's just like if, you know, we're going around talking about, yeah, remember this chick, man, I used to do this and that with her. This is basically the equivalent bringing up a past relationship, posting photos of that chick, and half nude or whatever. This is basically what it is. Reminiscing and bringing up old relationships. Evelyn, you had one incident. That's it. Okay? And you're still using this to chase clout. You're too old for this. This is why Carl Crawford didn't want anything to do with you, because he figured out that you're a clout chasing thizzot, and he wants nothing to do with that. Okay? This is why you're out here still trying to date rappers in your 40s. You got an adult daughter, a young child, but you're still out there posting all types of photos looking to get attention, because that's how you get attention. And if, like I said, if I was Chad, even though I know Chad is a simp, definition of a simp, you trying to wife, women with 4 or 5 kids straight out of the hood. I can't call you anything else but that. If I were you, dude, I would not have anything to do with her whatsoever. She's going to use you every opportunity that she can in order to get clout. And people are going to make excuses for this. There's no excuse for this. You're drudging up something from 6 years ago. Even though you're back on TV arguing and fighting with other women, you want to talk about this one incident because you know it's going to get you sympathy. Because I don't think you have a sympathetic bone in your body. I don't think you feel bad for anybody. I think you're in it for yourself. I think you're a career groupie. And the only man that I know of that you've been with that have tried to make you an honest woman is Chad. He came, it's very funny that this incident blows up right before they were supposed to get married. She didn't want to marry Chad. They had a reality show together. That's what it was all about. Carl Crawford ends the relationship with her right when they were about to get married, even though they have a child together, because he realized that she didn't want to be married. There's a lot of women out there, man, who don't want to be married. They sell you brothers dreams, okay? That turn to nightmares. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, man. Let me know your thoughts on it.